Welcome back. Today,
As our objective is exactly the same as it has been the rest of the game.
pretty much, there's a teddy bear and some shoes, some markings on the wall. Can you guess where we are, Geek? Also, hi, Sai.
It looks like somewhere you would, just judging by what's been going on so far, where the mad scientist kept the small children that they experimented on.
You are a genius.
Yes! Do I win a new car?
No, because
Oh.
I don't even know if my car works anymore. I haven't tried it. I went to the grocery store a couple days ago, and that was about it. But anyway, yeah, some toys. Oh, a ring toss thing. It looks like 2 people made it, but Mike Dawson didn't. You couldn't even make it with a kid's ring toss.
So I was standing right over it too, just dropped it down on there.
He missed.
Maybe I'll sit down.
A random ghost comes in and says, "You missed, pal."
Ah, it is you.
Actually, it was a
Pleasure
merchant.
is mine.
He always shows up, so why not? Anyway, we can buy some really nice items here. The best in the game, actually. All the best in all the tiers. And a stick if we needed it. Why the hell would we need a stick at this point in the game?
I would laugh so hard if the final boss just went down in one hit if you used a normal stick against it.
Yeah.
Well then, this is goodbye.
I don't know how to respond to that, considering how easy the boss is, but okay.
Time to go to the exam room.
The enemies ahead are gonna be tough. The toughest yet by far. Be on the alert.
Don't you mean be on guard? That sentence just doesn't make sense.
I have the hammer. I am fine. Oh no, pink jellyfish. What will we do?
Ah.
Well, looks like these guys are a real threat.
So anyway, worst scientists in the world.
They're not that bad.
No, I mean, seriously. Okay, so for one thing, they were experimenting... They basically kidnapped somebody and were experimenting on them without their consent. That's already just... How do you get funding? It's like you had funding, why not just ask? And for another thing, why would you just... Controlled experiments, people. You did something that affected all of humanity without doing controlled experiments first. You are the worst scientists in the world.
Picture of a pig there. Oh, well, look, when did the time stop on this clock? 1:25. Alright. I guess the battery ran out.
I just really wish every clock, whenever the supernatural was going on, I just wish every clock would run backwards.
Yeah.
Even if the clock is dead, it needs to run backwards.
Yes. This needs to happen. Also, somebody put a jellyfish over this weight thing.
Just looks like a normal fish.
Oh, right, yeah, my bad, I'm confusing. Oh, wait, look, wait, this clock stopped at the same time. Well, after I look up. Whatever. I just noticed that.
Maybe every clock stopped once they did the experiment thing.
But it was only brainwaves, it wasn't... whatever. And it looks like the entire US died off first, because we sleep when they did the experiment. It makes sense.
That actually does, because time zones.
Yes. Oh no, these guys are threatening. What are we gonna do? Oh, I missed.
You missed, pal.
I wasn't tossing a ring, I was swinging a hammer.
Still, brick jokes are always fun.
Oh man, this is so hard. Sai, are you eating your words now?
The toughest yet, the exact same enemies you've already faced 5 times before.
X-rays here, but it looks like somebody drew smiley faces on them. And the clock stopped at the same time. I guess every clock in the world stops at 1:25.
Wouldn't that be a weird coincidence if that happened in real life? Just every clock would always run dry at one specific time.
Maybe if the electromagnetic fields did something? I don't know. I'm not a scientist, leave me alone.
That's compasses, I would imagine.
Oh.
Not clocks.
Shut up.
So anyway, Seto couldn't have just jumped or just slid by that gap there?
Why not? He wanted to fight some jellyfish and some crying women.
Oh, fair enough. Who doesn't want to apply a hammer to floating pink jellyfish that are basically the shadows from Persona 4, but less threatening?
And we know how badly I did with the hammer last time, but I got my timing right. Except for I'm missing all the time. I suck. Thankfully, the sledgehammer is one-hit kill on most enemies if you use the overhand swing. And I think I can kill in 2 hits these guys anyway, with the normal hit. So it's a great weapon once you get the timing down.
So, like how every slow-moving weapon should work.
Yeah. It's the guitar from Deadly Premonition.
Minus being as awesome.
Well, it doesn't have a name. That's why it's not as awesome. I mean, if we called it Thor's Mighty Hammer, it might not be as... it might be as threatening as Grekotch. I don't know. Also, somebody didn't finish their puzzle. Yeah. Well, Seto doesn't have time to do it.
Because they fell asleep on it, and then they died.
There's a kitty in that basket.
Is it alive, or is it a toy?
I believe it's a toy. It wasn't moving. So maybe it's a stuffed cat, I don't know. That just makes me sad, though, because I love cats. Also, I did pick up a strange blue drink, so health items. Permanent increase.
Because really, the only thing you need is even more HP.
Why not? We might need it for the next boss.
So anyway, the villain just kind of showed up and just went neener at us, didn't he?
Yeah, pretty much. Can I spoil you real quick, though?
Sure.
He's been with us the entire time. I'm not joking. You'll see what I mean in episode 12.
Personal Frame was the villain. Tier Y.
Yes, the true villain is Tyr. I'm tired of getting my ass kicked by half children.
In the literal sense, not in the actually losing sense.
Yes. Tried to get my timing right on that, but I missed.
Hey, you missed, Dal.
There's another ring toss there, I don't know. They're all over the place. 2 people made it, but another ring was missing. I guess it was like the child form of Mike Dawson. Oh wait, that's Mike Dawson.
The plot twist is that the villain is just like Mike Dawson's frustration at losing the ring toss, just embodied.
Oh come on, Shin isn't that bad. He looks
Fair
cool
enough.
at least. He's all white. I like white things. Pure white is awesome.
Saying you don't like black people, Dave? You racist?
No, I'm not turning this into a racial thing. I just think, like, pure white clothing is awesome. That's why I really like lab coats.
So anyway, derp graffiti.
Yep. There's a bunch of rooms here. They're all optional, but you can get some nice stuff in them. There's actually a memory item, too. And these last couple of memory items we're getting are actually pretty interesting, so I do recommend checking them out if you haven't checked out any of the other ones. Although you should be checking them out because they're all great. I guess you could skip the
Probably
book
the
if you
best
wanted
part-
to, but...
Probably the best part of the entire game is just the stories of how people react to everyone going to die.
yeah. These last couple ones are really good, too.
Admittedly, the game's use of dogs is kind of a cheap shot. Because most people outside of you are just gonna go like, the poor little doggy. I know I did.
I play this game to kill dogs, not to hear them whine about stuff. Anyway, there's an item here, but it's another hammer in case we needed it. But I'm gonna go pick that up and put it in my storage thing, just in case this one breaks. The first, if you remember, the first hammer we got broke after 2 uses. My fucking life.
Are you sure the item conditions aren't, like, randomized?
They are randomized.
That explains everything.
That's why I can sometimes keep a weapon for a very long time. Also, these rooms have names on them. I didn't read them the first time.
And since I don't understand Japanese, I don't know what all these things mean.
No, they're just names.
Okay, like it just took me a moment to register that.
Yeah, that.
I am very slow.
Yeah, that item on the shelf that we picked up, that's actually a memory item. It's very hard to spot normally. It's definitely one that I didn't get my first playthrough. This last door in this hallway is padlocked, double padlocked.
You have a hammer. Why is that a problem?
Yeah, these things are real threatening when they just stand there, by the way. There we go. I'm out of here.
Thought you couldn't run, though.
Couldn't run what?
Like, I thought you couldn't open doors and interact with objects when you were in combat.
You can't break boxes.
Oh. I swear you said differently earlier.
Might have. My bad. And we get more of the androids. These
The
things.
most threatening robots in the world.
Oh man, if I didn't master the use of this hammer, I'd be getting my ass kicked. Oh, I missed. Oh yeah, right. Short as hell range. There we go. Apparently they do have voices, though. I mean, you hear their wails. I don't think this worked the first time, by the way.
Do android people do they feel pain, I wondered?
I don't know, ask Crow. Oh, wait.
Senator just turns around and starts crying at the screen. How could you say that?
Poor Crow. I'm sorry, Crow. If you weren't dead.
If people actually played this game, everyone would ship Seto and Crow.
Probably. Do you hear something?
Me.
Oh. It's one of those things.
Yes, trash can buddy.
If the ID cannot be confirmed, you will be removed. If the
You notice that unless I'm hearing it wrong, I think its dialogue is badly translated too. Like it just said something like, if the ID cannot be confirmed.
You will be
Like-
removed. That's what it says. If the ID cannot be confirmed, you will be removed.
That's a pretty good bad translation.
I don't think it's that bad.
If the ID cannot be confirmed, you will be removed.
Its death also says something, but I've never been able to get a clear reading of it. It says
Like, rip
something.
the game files.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I've never gotten a real clear thing of it, but... Oh. Stop hitting me. Yeah, I haven't gotten a clear
It has
thing
to
of
hit
it.
you because the ID cannot be confirmed.
Yes. Anyways, these things drop oxygen cylinders, which are the best healing items in the game, but they take up 4 slots.
If the ID cannot be confirmed, you will be removed.
So oxygen is the best healing item. I guess Seto doesn't know how to breathe on his own, but alright. But yeah, during their death animation, they say something weird like, please call this number or something, like a maintenance number or something.
You will be removed.
Come on, get up, you stupid robot.
The ID cannot be
I like to imagine that this whole time Seto hasn't really been breathing, he's just been holding his mouth open during gameplay. You can't see it because it's because the camera's behind him. Just really, the entire game, he just talks and he just can hold oxygen, but he can't actually breathe because he doesn't know how.
Oh,
Nobody ever taught him.
This is an interesting room. I wonder what those
Obvious windows are.
Yeah. Thanks for spoiling it, geek.
Probably one-way mirrors, I'd guess. Or one-way, you know what I mean.
Yeah, one-way windows. Yep, you're right. Lots of toys.
They are kind of obvious.
Yeah. Lots
and
of
given the
toys around
context,
here.
it's pretty obvious that they would have been used for observing.
Wait a minute. You think this might be...
It looks nothing like you, Seto.
I don't know. Doesn't really do you justice. I wonder if that girl drew it. She's not very good.
Hey, don't say that. I think it's cute.
Yeah, whatever you say.
So this entire game we're shitting on named girls' drawings.
She was here.
At least
I just know
PF and Psy are.
Maybe so.
They're gonna meet her, she's gonna turn out to be
Not
autistic,
anymore.
and Sai's just gonna feel really bad.
Yeah, we have to find her.
Lots of her drawings on the wall. Lots of baskets here, too. I don't know that kids normally play with baskets. But I guess we can kind of assume that she's not very high mentally, because she does play with a lot of the toys and stuff. Also her bed. Kind of surprised Seto just doesn't
Well,
jump
to be
into it and
fair-
sniff all of her stuff. Oh wait, why did... I'm turning Seto into a bad guy.
Not a bad guy, just a creepy guy. There's a difference.
Okay.
You know, creepy people could be nice people.
Also, the merchant shows up in this room, too. I just cut it out. I didn't buy anything from him, though. Apparently, the jellyfish were observing her. That's kind of odd.
To be fair, I was gonna say about her playing with dolls, to be fair, there's probably nothing to do in the post-apocalypse. It's like, really, when you're not fighting death claws with an anti-tank rifle, what are you doing? What else is there to do?
Oh man, I have to wait for this jellyfish to finish his very slow attack animation. That's easy.
You'd think they would speed up the attack animations for the harder versions.
I wish. Oh, that's a new skill. Yes, they can clone themselves.
Okay, I have to give the game a point. That was actually kind of a creepy noise.
Yeah. That was actually the first time I've seen it, and I've played this game multiple times. So it happens very rarely. I had to go back and... because I got some items. So let's just run through that room. Again. And there are doors on the wall here. I wonder what these could be. Can't really see anything in there, but apparently...
Looks like there's a jacket in there.
Yeah. A lab coat. And there's...
I guess there's like a... what are they called? Like employee lockers?
I don't know what the fuck these things are.
It looks like spikes are... I swear it just looks like spikes are going to come out of the wall, but... yeah, right, maybe it is for sterilization.
That's
Evidently
my
it's
guess.
not doing a terribly good job, but, I guess you don't need to do a good job when everything that would need sterilization is very dead.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair.
If the ID cannot be confirmed, you will be removed. If the ID cannot be confirmed,
I gotta say, playing with the hammer is just so much fun after you learn how to use it.
Something tells me if you actually cared about Monster Hunter, you'd use the greatsword.
Yeah, probably would. I like...
long sword because some of the long swords are scythes.
Ooh. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Not many games use scythes.
I don't know why, because scythes are... even though that mostly they're kind of impractical weaponry, they look cool.
Yeah. I wish more games would also... I know they're hard to animate and stuff, but Morning Stars, like the ball and chains, that would be cool.
Also Naginatas.
What are those?
They're those kind of like spears that are also swords.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Also, apparently they were giving that doll a CAT scan.
They're like spears, but they have sword blades.
And this is the final time we'll be seeing these enemies.
And that's why they're crying, because they know we won't miss them.
Frame rate drop there.
Welcome to the Nintendo Wii.
Yes.
Which is weird because the Wii can most of the time run most games decently.
Yeah, I've never had any frame rate drops with Super Mario Galaxy. And those.
Then again, I guess
great.
this is a third. Then again, this is a third-party game,
Yeah.
and Nintendo really hates third parties.
Yeah. There's also a what do they call them? Electric zappers there.
I was gonna say bug zapper.
Yeah.
The only reason I guess that is just because of the little specks flying around it.
Yeah, they were bugs. So, time for something completely different. And we're going to enter the danger zone. I'd make a song joke here, but I haven't actually listened to the song.
I've only heard the song and jokes, and it's like if I wanted to be a bad Let's Player, I would start singing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't want to kill everyone's ears.
I wish Sai would stop shoving her breasts in my face. But, oh well. She's a ghost.
Glass cage launch preparations complete.
We're running out of time! Hurry!
Right.
How do you launch
some
a
advice.
glass cage?
What is it?
That's just the project name.
The next room has a huge vat full of toxic substances. It's really dangerous.
So unavoidable health
Don't waste any time.
deterioration.
Your health will deteriorate the longer you stay
People
in there.
like that, right?
Run like there's a ghost on your tail.
Like you?
Got it.
Alright. Time for one of the worst rooms in the game. The hardest room in the game, I should
I like
say.
how Seto is psychic with doors. I don't know if I pointed this out yet, but he always just knows from looking at a door whether it's locked or whether it's it might open.
Yeah. I guess he just checks the doorknob. But anyway, this room is quite difficult. Your health is constantly going down. And there are enemies that spawn in your path and you can't get by them. That's good game design, right? Well, I guess it is the last dungeon, quote-unquote.
You know, when Devil May Cry 3 did it, that's because Devil May Cry 3 was based around intense combat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. That's just great.
There are how many?
There's 5 there, I killed one though.
That is the most amazing game design. So this little shoulder bump. I just love that animation. I'll never get tired of it.
That's pretty great. I don't know what this one is doing, but alright. Ow. Well, thankfully they do drop ration packs, so you get some healing items once you kill these guys. And I'm not gonna risk it, but might as well heal up.
I was kind of hoping you would. Like, you'd just be sitting there and you wouldn't be paying attention. Your health would just completely drain while you were waiting for it.
The health bar flashes, so it's a little bit more noticeable than that.
Fair enough.
Plus, the complex UI of this game,
Confirmed.
the mini-map that I barely ever look at.
The ID.
I like how Seto manages all of his items on a notepad, like he draws them out, like, okay, this one could fit here. Like he's planning it out.
Again, in the post-apocalypse, when everyone is dead, there is nothing better to do.
If the ID cannot be
It makes sense.
Good point.
Unlike the science experiment thing.
I mean, Seto found a game cartridge earlier. I guess if you just found a Famicom, it would be fine.
As well as something to actually play it on.
Oh, right, he doesn't know what a TV is, so he wouldn't know what that is.
Also, a lot of places don't have electricity because I guess you probably need someone to manage where the electricity goes, and while the dam was still working, didn't really look like it was there's anyone around to manage power distribution.
Mm-hmm.
If that's even how that works.
I don't know. But time for another room that has a gimmick.
This next room is guarded by motion sensors.
Everybody loves motion sensors in games, right?
Motion
Let's put that in ours.
Well, that means that when one of them is tracking you, you can't move a muscle.
What if I do?
You'll have a whole mess of trouble to deal with.
In other words,
won't move.
respawning enemies.
How hard
Yes.
can that
Calling it right now.
Yes.
I mean it. Don't even
And you have to
blink.
restart the room all over
Got
again.
be? Really?
Really.
I'll do
So
my best.
basically, the closest this
blinking.
game has gotten to a forced stealth section.
Mm-hmm. At the end game, this is actually the final room.
With all the painted motion, with all the badly painted on symbols, I just really want to make a joke about Ulysses from Fallout New Vegas, but I can't think of anything clever.
So, in this room, you might as well just drop your Wiimote, because if you look around, or if you move your Wiimote at all with the Firefly, it counts as you moving.
Really?
Yes. So you might as well just drop your Wiimote and just use your nunchuck for this part.
So basically, the people who designed this game were complete dicks.
Yes.
As if that wasn't already evident enough.
And you can see this evidence after I get this item here. I'm just going to set this one off, by the way.
Did it on purpose, 100% run.
Yes, so if you get caught, 3 androids show up. Which are more of an annoyance than an actual challenge, but...
Like how they just came up out of the floor panels. I like to imagine that room in the dam, they weren't really junked, they were just sleeping.
So,
They were all in a dog pile.
yeah, if you try to run through the exit door of this area when the things are off, it's locked. So, you can't just set it off and run through. I guess that makes sense, because it would be kind of lazy if they did that. I don't know why you... Okay, come on, just get over here. Thank you. And you have to restart the room over again, but thankfully you keep the item that you picked up, which is a memory item. And I was just confirming that. Looks like we got seismographs. I don't know what type of graph those are actually supposed to be, but they look like seismographs. And like I said, drop your Wiimote for this part, because I didn't hear. That's... yeah. When security cameras become assholes.
Use a chaff grenade. Predictable Metal Gear joke.
I knew you were gonna make one. I did drop my Wiimote here, by the way.
Yep, this is fun and challenging.
And I picked up my Wiimote, so let's look around a little bit. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? So, game design. I don't know what to say here. I was so pissed off when I was playing.
I got nothing either.
So yes, drop your Wiimote. Just don't.
Idiot! I told you not to move a muscle.
Well, in case you completely forgot what it's like to have a body, that's kind of difficult.
Yes.
Bitch.
So drop your Wiimote. I would even say unplug it, but the game would tell you that your Wiimote is unplugged. So yes, just point it at the ground. Just let it dangle, pretty much.
Point it as far away from the TV as possible.
Yes. As if you so much as move your arm a little bit, nope, it goes off. Otherwise, this room isn't that bad, but Yeah, you might not realize that your Wiimote is actually setting it off.
It still just looks awful.
Yeah, it's not fun. And this is the final room.
Go home, courier.
A bunch of X's all over the place. I guess X marks the spot of the boss room. Now where's the big key? We didn't get one, so we have to backtrack. Nope, this isn't Zelda.
This is it. Beyond this door is the
Or
girl
several
you're
dungeons
looking
from
for.
Persona 4.
Finally.
Several very annoying dungeons.
Wait,
Wait, I didn't save.
Yeah?
just be careful. You hear me?
I will. And thanks, Sai.
Thank you, Dolphin Ghost. I don't know why there's blood coming out of those vents, or if it is blood, but hey, whatever.
I like to imagine it's just Kool-Aid.
Actually, if we take a look in this room, well, there's something up there, but look out the windows, it appears that we are in a lava lamp.
I think that is the best final boss room.
Alright, so I guess it's time.
I like this game again. What is not to love about a final boss room of a lava that is a lava lamp?
So do you understand this part, Geek? Those radio signals actually false. Being sent out by this guy. Let's dash Seto's hopes a little bit more. Fake radio
Yuri
calls.
Lowenthal!
Yeah.
Sorry, I just have to yell that every time I hear his voice.
Yukari? Wait.
So basically Shin is the biggest dick.
Language is truly an ineffectual means of communication.
So is
And as
killing
such,
everyone, you moron!
Humanity's reliance on it will never grant them the evolution they desire.
Evolution does not have to do it.
Humanity has
So
digressed to an outdated organism.
Then what's activating Glass Cage supposed to do?
What else? It is a destructive force that will completely obliterate corporeal beings.
Obliterate? No!
Why would you do it? What would you possibly gain from something like that?
evolution doesn't...
Your petty verbal arguments are nothing more than a vintage relic. No explanation I can offer will make you understand my aim.
So yes, a final boss that isn't
Humans
explaining
are
why
held
he's
down by
doing
too
this.
many chains.
Isn't that kind of
There's
unique?
too much noise. It's a disorganized mess.
And Seto died.
Now is the advent of our era. Humanity's reign is over.
Anyone who threatens the project must be eliminated.
Alright. Final boss time.
Okay, so here's some guy who completely failed anything remotely related to a science class. Because, that's not how evolution works, shithead. It's not.
Well, let's talk about the boss. He looks badass. I gotta say this. I love Shin. He fucking looks awesome. And here's his only attack. Throwing jelly blobs at you. Lava lamp fluid.
So, the game begins with jelly, and it ends with jelly.
Yes. And that is actually pretty hard to dodge if you're not very far away from him. But if you are pretty far, you can get him. Now, you might be wondering how to actually beat him. Well, you see those puddles on the floor?
Does that have something to do with the fact that he's made of electricity?
Yes. Once he touches the puddles, he gets stunned for a second. Actually,
Basically, are you just supposed to shove him into them?
this is actually my second type second attempt at this boss, mainly because the first attempt was laughably easy. I just wanted to show off the music here, too. Oh, look at that health bar go down.
And to be fair, this is a really cool boss theme.
I do like it, yeah.
Kind of sounds like a track out of Turok.
I really like the boss themes in this game, just in general, even if it is kind of simplistic. Well, we can walk through them, but I kind of gave him an opening there just because the song. Plus, this boss is laughably easy as hell.
I love how you're not even directly luring him into them. He just walks into them. So basically, he quite literally is the single worst scientist in the world.
And I tried to break that with my weapon, but I don't think it's possible to do so. Break that one anyway. It moves very fast too. But let's heal up, because I'm letting him get a lot of free shots on me.
Because really, this is... I'm trying to think if I've seen a more pathetic final boss.
Oh yeah, there's definitely bosses that are worse than Shin, but if you really want to make this a long fight where you don't get hit at all, yeah, use a ranged weapon, but the battle will last a lot longer. Because you can only hit him once with the bow instead of hitting him 3 times with a melee weapon. And that's it. Now let's take a look at my first attempt. Because, wow, holy shit. Hello, Shin. Okay, you got stunned. Alright.
And goodbye, Shin.
Yeah.
The worst scientist.
Yeah.
So how's that being a supernatural lightning being working out for you, jackass?
Stop it! If you hurt him anymore!
Why would you care?
I may have underestimated the boy's sheer resolve.
Oh no, sparkly things. Don't touch it, it's a bug zapper. I met one of those earlier.
Second form, or... No, just teleports. Just bamps out of the room.
So I guess that's the game. Well, nothing left to resolve here. Some text on the floor that wasn't translated.
Evolution does not work that way.
I know.
Just...
Please. You're the only one who can stop Shin.
Wait, what?
I think we just did a pretty good job of that.
Yeah. Oh, right. I forgot about her. So this is Glass Cage.
That is definitely a glass cage.
Yes.
You gotta give him points. It's not false advertising. So anyway, what kind of idiot designed this building so that you had to go through toxic substances to get to the room?
I can hear you breathing, you know.
You okay?
Literally the worst scientists.
You got me.
Who's there?
Can't you see me?
Evidently not.
I'm sorry. I can only see shadows.
The true
It's
selves.
okay. I'll get my sight back very soon.
I can't take this scene seriously with the lava lamp fluid going on in the background, to be honest.
It's a sex scene based in the 1970s.
Yeah, I touched you.
I'm gonna edit that out.
You're so warm.
Of the cut version, sure.
Yeah.
Who are you? Tell me.
It's me, Seto.
Oh yeah, we've met like twice.
And my name is...
Yep, that just happened. We didn't get her names.
That's the backup system. It's finished copying her psyche to the AI. It looks like Glass Cage will still go live.
And this time everyone will die. What do we do?
Just
I
throw a
don't know
stun
about
grenade
this
at it.
backup
Psyche goes
system.
down pretty fast.
But I think I know where Shin escaped to. We have to go there. It's our only hope. Let's hurry.
Are you okay?
Seto, stop touching her.
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, let's go.